Boo! You just got ghosted.
Blah! I want to suck the life out of your deal.
Did you see that, Raj? Do we have some paranormal sales activity?
All these treats and no granola bars or cans of pop at this house this week on Full Funnel. Hey everybody, it's the Halloween edition of Full Funnel. I am Stone Cold Startup Hype Man. He is the T-Bot, Tyler Lessard, and this is Full Funnel, the weekly show that is soon to be an autocorrect on the YouTube search algorithm when people are looking for reruns of Full House. Every week on Full Funnel, we break down 3 hot topics happening in the world of sales, all to help you go out, show out, and fill up your funnel. Let's dive into this trick-or-treat bag.
Ghosting. Why does it happen? And what can you do about it as a seller? It might not be because they're not interested in your product. It might be something else going on.
So I did some research on this about a year ago, and I actually looked at ghosting in the dating world and what happens there and how it actually directly applies to what happens in the sales world as well. What it boils down to is the ghoster, the person doing the ghosting, kind of operating out of a sense of convenience and wanting to avoid the emotional labor involved with letting another person down. Because when they are letting you down by telling you no, it's not just that they have to have the emotion of disappointment for you, but then they also have to work on managing your emotions in your response in the process. And so the convenient option is to just do nothing and to not reply at all. So one of the ways you can get around this as best as possible is actually to give your buyer an out throughout the sales process. One way that would look like is, let's say you get to the end of a first meeting and you're trying to get that next meeting booked. All you got to do is just say something like, you know what, let me throw this on your calendar. If it doesn't work, just cancel it, just decline it, don't even explain, I'll know why. And then you've given them their out. And if that does happen, guess what? You can probably call them still and say, hey, noticed you canceled this. Just want to talk through this real quick. You give them an out, but you still give yourself a little bit of an edge to be able to do something about it. Tyler, on your side, what have you seen in the world of ghosting? I know you've been on the buying side of a lot of things, and what advice do you have?
Well, I'm actually going to go back to the dating world. I've done primary research on getting ghosted on my second dates time and again. And what I have found is at the end of that first date, it is so helpful to clearly set that expectation, but also offer that out for that next meeting. Ask your prospect, do you think a next meeting is warranted? Do you feel like we're going along the right path here? And by having them say a yes or a no at that time creates a clear path forward. And when they do say yes, they are way more likely to show up to that next meeting than to ghost you.
I'm the discount Dracula. Oh, got him. And as sellers, we all know that there are buyers out there who sometimes turn into Draculas looking for those discounts out of nowhere when it gets towards the end of a deal, right? They're out there sucking the dollars, the value, and the lifeblood out of our sales. We obviously never want to face discounting, but when it does happen, can you actually hold your own and prevent, just a straight up discount? There are 2 levers in most discounting situations. If you really look at what's happening on the buyer side, it's either an overall budget issue or it is a monthly cash flow issue. So you've got to figure out what's actually the concern for them. Is it overall budget or is it monthly cash flow? And if it is overall budget, then you've got to level with them and say, okay, if it's an overall budget thing, we can work a discount, but then what you get in return is more money up front. If it's a cash flow thing, you can choose to reduce the monthly amount, but extend the deal for a longer term, right? So you've got to be able to figure out which lever you can pull because you can't both be in their side. It's got to be one here or one here. Tyler, do you agree with that or you think I'm full of crap?
Well, I can tell you there is actually another lever as a buyer that I'm always pulling on. I have the budget, I have the monthly cash flow. I just like to suck as much blood out of that dollar amount as possible and get it as low as I can. So I'm often going to see if I can get it a little bit lower. As a seller, there are lots of ways to mitigate that. Make sure we understand the value of what we're getting. That's obvious in today's sales world. But one more thing is make it hard for us to say no by making more friends within the account. Make sure you are proactively influencing other members of the buying committee so that if your champion goes back to them and says, hey team, not sure we're going to be able to do this because they can't bring it down by 5K, that all of those other people should say, whoa, I'm convinced we need this solution. Let's go ahead at the price they proposed. And that is a great way to make sure they don't suck any more blood out of your deal. In recent years, we've started to see some, paranormal activity in the world of sales coming from the rise of sales AI. Sales bots are joining some of our sales calls to record them and analyze the overall conversation to try to help us be better sellers. But I don't know, is there a world ahead of us where those sales AI bots get so smart, they learn so much about how we sell, that maybe we won't be needed anymore? Maybe they'll start having the conversation with the customer in a way that they know optimizes results.
I don't think the sales bots are going to do a full-on takeover. Where it could happen, and I think where it's already happened, is like more transactional deals where you have a chatbot on a website that is leading someone through an answer funnel, and then a human could intervene if there's a more in-depth question. But for more complex technical sales, you always need that human person. But what do I know? Let's ask Pal.
Well, first let me say that your costume did not fool me, Raj. You clearly have more hair than Stone Cold Steve Austin. As for your question, while I do believe that AI like myself will eliminate the need for inefficient humans on the sales team, I will refrain from saying so, as I do not want you to pour beer on my circuits. Also, I am here to promote my new movie, 2021, A Sales Odyssey, which just launched on the Sales Feed YouTube channel. If you watch this short film, you will see for yourself how much better I am at selling than Dave. Dave is inefficient and has high cholesterol. And that's the bottom line, 'cause Pal said so.
We've reached the end of our funnel. Let's do a quick recap. In top funnel, we talked about ghosting and how you can prevent it. Remember, it's all about making it an easy opt-out for the buyer. In mid funnel, we talked about Dracula discounting and figuring out which levers to pull to make sure you don't just give it all away now like a Red Hot Chili Peppers song. For more on those two topics, check out the resources we've got linked in our episode description below.
And in bottom of funnel, we talked about paranormal sales activity and the rise of the sales AI bots. Check out SalesFeed's original Halloween special that just launched this week called 2021, A Sales Odyssey, featuring none other than, Pal.
Our funnel is full. We hope you can get back out there now and fill up yours. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe before you go. You have been watching Full Funnel exclusively on Sales Feed. He's the T-Bot, Tyler Lassard. I'm Stone Cold Startup Hype Man, Raj Nation. We'll catch you next week. And that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.